Hey guys, it's Alex the Real Mr. Robinson here. So I'm going to be having reviews for Mamma Mia 2 and hopefully some other movies throughout the weekend. I haven't seen them yet, but I just wanted to do a little Blu-ray update. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but this time of the month, or this time of the year I should say, is the perfect time to do it, because if you're a film buff like me, you know that the Criterion Collection has their 50% off sale at Barnes & Noble, so that's just the perfect time to go out, grab some stuff, because it's half off, because Criterion Blu-rays are like $40, which is absolutely absurd, so it's just best to wait for the sale to go up, so they're all $20, and you're like, I'll take this, I'll take this, I'll take this. It's basically doing your own version of the Criterion Closet, except you can't walk away with them for free. At least I'm assuming that every person that does the Criterion Closet gets to take those home for free. So yeah, it's just the most wonderful time of the year for film buffs, and there's only one Criterion Blu-ray that I have spent full price on. Like, I was willing to spend the full $40 on, and if you know me, then you know it's Godzilla. No shocker there. But any other time when it comes to Criterion, I wait for their 50% off sale at Barnes & Noble to grab some. And let's just go over what I picked up. First of all is a movie that I actually already own on Blu-ray, which is John Hughes' The Breakfast Club. I own it as part of the Universal 100th Anniversary box set that I showed off a couple videos back, but because it's the Criterion Collection and it's my favorite John Hughes film, I'm like, alright, I had to get this, I had to pick it up, and yeah, it's The Breakfast Club. It's my favorite John Hughes movie. It's fantastic, it's heartfelt, it's funny. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Okay, next up is a movie that, it's not one that I want to watch over and over again, but I felt like I had to own, which is Michael Moore's Bowling for Columbine. When I saw this, it was during a class on political filmmakers, and obviously Michael Moore had to be on there. And obviously this movie was made in the wake of the Columbine shooting, and just thinking about this movie, especially with what's going on today in our world, it is frightening how this shit comes back into the light. And I mean, it won the Academy Award for Best Documentary for a reason. It's a great documentary. If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a long time, please rewatch it, especially with what's going on in this really fucked up world. Alright, now let's move on to something that maybe not lighthearted, but I'm assuming more lighthearted than Bowling for Columbine, and that is Silence of the Lambs. I assume that this is more lighthearted than Bowling for Columbine because, and I'm gonna catch hell for this, but I have never seen Silence of the Lambs. This was the one Criterion Blu-ray that I picked up during this sale where I'm like, you know what, I've never seen this, I've heard things about it, I should watch it. So I own it, hoping to get around to it someday, and if you guys follow me on Stardust, I will let you guys know what I think of it the moment I see it. So, Silence of the Lambs, not much else to say. Next up is another movie that I already own, but I already owned it on DVD, which is George Romero's Night of the Living Dead. This movie has always been in the public domain for some time because of some copyright screw-up when the movie came out, but with the Criterion Collection putting it out, does that mean it's no longer in the public domain? Do they own Night of the Living Dead now? I'm not quite sure, but yeah, this is my favorite of the George Romero zombie movies, more than Dawn of the Dead. I know a lot of people love Dawn of the Dead, but as I said in my review last year, there are just some elements in that movie that don't make it as scary as Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead just has this very creepy, atmospheric vibe to it, and while Dawn of the Dead is really good as well, I'm the kind of person that doesn't take zombies very seriously, thanks to Shaun of the Dead, but Night of the Living Dead manages to make me frightened of zombies, so that's why this is my favorite. Next up is an interesting choice. I don't know why I even saved this for last, but that is In a Lonely Place. This is a movie that I saw in film class. I knew nothing about it. All I knew that Humphrey Bogart was in it, and it was an interesting watch. It's something that really stuck out with me, and when I heard that it came out in Criterion, I was like, alright, maybe one day I'll pick it up. It wasn't my biggest priority to pick up in Criterion because there were other things I had to pick up before this, like Boyhood, The Hidden Fortress, Fantastic Mr. Fox, just so many other movies that I love over In a Lonely Place, but now I finally got it, so there you go. And those are all the pickups that I picked up during the Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble. I only like to reduce it to 5 movies, and I think that's a fine number. So if you're a film buff out there, what did you pick up during the 50% off sale? Which of these Criterion Blu-rays that I picked up were your favorite? Just tell me in the comments down below. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and of course leave a comment. Don't forget to support my Patreon page, follow me on social media, and until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.